The combat session.
We fought some kobolds and a lamia, and we ultimately beat them all up. And then we were destroying some pots. And then Guide and Maze showed up, and I was like, "Hey, is everything okay?" And we were like, maybe." And they're like, the guy we were helping turned into a kobold and attacked us. And so they came to check on us. And then Maze said that they were going to take some money out of Meepo's paycheck for destroying some pot stuff. And then I showed them this body armor. It's not armor, an automaton kind of thing. I was like, oh, Maze, this made me think of you. And then it came to life. And that's Wes. And here we are.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Except it did not turn into a kobold; it turned into a jackalware.
Oh, yeah. My brain mixed up kobolds and jackals. My bad.
No worries.
The snoots.
They both have K in them.
Yeah, come on, come on.
That's this is what happens when I don't take notes.
Left out our new party member.
Nah, she said he came
I
alive.
said that was Wes.
But in case you did not catch the name from last time, this new character played by Wes is named Sobek. It stands for something that I cannot remember.
It doesn't matter anymore. I have a name.
Okay.
Sobek.
Okay, so that I'm clear, he fought with us, and now we're right at the end of the fight.
It's more of the fight ended, and when Maze was messing around with the reptilian statue that you all found in the session before the actual fight, she noticed that it had a hole in its chest, similar to Katya's armor. And that hole, when she was messing around with that, she stuck the cracked power stone that you guys had found earlier into it, and it became alive and Sobek.
Okay, so we haven't had much of an interaction with Sobek.
There was a little bit of a back and forth. Sobek explained where they were from um, and what they could remember. They seemed a bit shocked to learn that the empire that they were built by is no longer around. Uh, Without a purpose, Sobek agreed to accompany the group, especially to explore the temple city. Or no, you guys don't know about that part yet, but agreed to join them on their archaeological dig.
Okay, so in other words, Levi has not made any predispositions talking to Sobek.
Not really.
Okay.
It's like Levi knows that Sobek is here. We haven't actually role played a conversation between Levi and Sobek.
Okay. I'm good.
All right. Now that we are all cut up, let us begin. You all are still in that destroyed ruin where you found Sobek. Sobek has just agreed to join the party. Guide is looking around at all of you. Says like, now that we have crossed the Black Road, I feel we need more honesty on where we're going.
Were we ever dishonest?
Were we? I don't know.
I don't recall being dishonest.
Let me rephrase. Clarity. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I need some tea if I'm gonna play Guide this way.
Well, and on the side, I don't think we were dishonest. I think Maze was evasive in telling a specific location.
I think that would have been a accurate way of looking at it, yes. Says Maze. Well, now that we've come this far and we've got this little shelter, we are heading to Azmarat.
Now, we didn't even know exactly where that was it?
No. You guys knew that you were going to look at the city, but you didn't know where in the desert that it was.
Okay, so does any of us know anything about it?
History. I need history checks.
I got a 12.
A 12. The name's familiar. It's kind of like someone who has heard of Rome but can't name a single emperor.
Got a 3.
You roll with advantage considering.
11.
Okay.
I have a -1.
You know what you roughly know what you're supposed to protect, but not. Holy crap! I rolled that, which is a total
You
of
cut out
8.
there.
What was that?
You rolled a natural what?
20.
Oh,
Nice.
But that makes it an 18.
So, well, as soon as she mentions Azmarat, everyone looks around kind of puzzled. You see some sparks coming from Sobek's head. Kathy chimes in like, "Oh, I've heard of that place." This is like a story that would have been passed around on Boring Nights about a very secluded, hidden city inside of a dust storm that has rumored of incredibly powerful magical treasures. But no one knows if it's real, and no one really dares to go there because it's squarely in a blue dragon's territory.
oh, we're not going.
So it's like
I think it's time to
Aladdin.
go.
No, of course we're going.
I think
So
we
you're
need to
telling me
stay
this is
here
like
for the night.
Aladdin?
May says, "What's Aladdin?"
Out of character. This is like Aladdin.
I guess you're looking for a treasure in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
I think we just need to rest here and then go home.
Do we need to rest?
I'm
I'm fine.
fine.
I'll protect you, Levi.
Well, some of us weren't attacked by a giant ape. Well, I
Who
guess
was
not.
attacked by a giant ape?
I guess not attacked, but
I don't
manhandled.
recall. I gave you a
You did
lift.
make him into a
What is an ape?
They not have
Technically.
monkeys in the past?
Not in the desert.
Fair enough.
Maze looks at you. It's like, wow, you've got a lot of gaps to fill. Fascinating.
I know of this city. My temple was there. This might be the temple of which you speak.
Yeah, the records show that it could be there.
But as you know, it's been a while. And if the dragon has been through there, well, even me and my fellow guardians couldn't have stopped that.
Yes, that's why we're so interested. It's the sandstorm that encircles the city has, as far as we know, kept Emerith out these past few millennia. The last bit of unplundered Desande Empire is inside Azmarat. like if we're going to learn anything about about a lost culture, that's going to be our best bet.
Well, hopefully that's where the dragon is.
As far as we know, no, she's closer to the northern east Ascor.
Oh. Disappointed.
Guide
no,
speaks up.
not disappointing. That's a good thing.
Her gargoyles patrol desert. We must approach Asmarat stealthily. Do not be seen.
That I agree with.
Okay, how do we do that?
Well, there's not like there's anything to hide behind out here.
Kobold, you need to spend more time above ground.
There's just sand, so
Exactly.
I don't think we can walk
just
through the
as lost
sand.
as
I don't think we can dig through sand.
What did Katya say?
I'm just as lost as Meepo.
There are ways of moving through the desert unseen. He pulls out. It's like you see that on your trip, you've noticed that his natural coloration of oranges and blacks, if he was to lay down and partially obscure himself in the ground, you have a hard time finding him. Especially if he pulls out a very earth toned with bits of red in a cloak to break up his outline. I travel through Emerith territory a fair bit. I know how to not always play the toll.
Well, this is why we hired you.
Be risking my neck, but I have already accepted payment.
True.
And worm parts set me up for a life. Not do this ever again.
I guess I'm glad we found that word. Well,
So-
what now?
Wait for midday. Travel during high sun instead of low sun. Even Emerith does not like high sun. Be careful when traveling. Fires bring gargoyle. They will see a lot of cold eggs.
Avoiding gargoyles would be good.
Yep.
And if this dragon isn't already looking for you guys, well, I'd prefer to keep it that way.
Oh, I double
Only
that.
dragon.
What dragon?
Only dragon we see on trip, probably Absagal.
No dragon we see on trip.
Okay.
No, we saw him in first dust storm when we lost 2 camels.
When somebody lied to me.
Click seems to be in 1,000 miles away, thinking about gargoyles.
Fair enough. Well, what time of day is it now, Logan?
It's roughly mid-morning, so you have a few hours. You get a short rest in before midday. Hello?
I support this action.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's one thing I don't like about Discord versus Roll20. I can't see faces, so I can't determine if you guys are like thinking or whatever.
Well, you can't see
I don't have a
a
camera
bunch
anyway.
be some people's faces anyways.
I have a camera. I would have to set it up.
Yeah, same.
Anywho,
Anywho.
Sobek says, "Well, I've clearly rested here for long enough. If you lot want to take a rest, I will guard this place. I'm designed to do that, after all."
Oh.
Hmm. Do you like ever get tired
I can't say that I do.
physically or mentally or any?
The word is basically not in my vocabulary.
You will make a great steed.
Steed?
Yes. Well, weren't you like what 7, 8 feet tall or something?
Yes.
Yes,
Does
good
that
steed.
mean I don't have to ferry Meepo around anymore?
Just because you've been upgraded.
Yes.
That's fine.
People is moving up in the world.
But no, I do not sleep. I do not eat. Do not even breathe the sandy air you breathe right now.
How
How do
convenient.
you function?
Well, it seems this bit of magic stone you put in my chest is keeping me going for now.
And hope that doesn't fall out or anything.
Maze chimes in. It looks a little cracked, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if that one's a permanent solution.
Well, if I'm to live, I would like to find a more permanent solution.
Well, that's a great reason for you to come with us for Azmarat anyway, because that's probably where we're going to find some.
As long as this guy doesn't take them.
For archaeological research, which we've already talked about.
Yeah, but he needs it more.
Does Sobek count as archaeological research?
Well, Sobek, if you would like to come to the White Spire, so that way we can catch you up on everything that you've missed and possibly help you in the ways that you need, you are very welcome to stay.
Does this white spire need a protector?
Oh yes, all the times.
I don't know, be careful.
That's why we're
I wouldn't
here.
trust him.
This whole free will thing that I'm feeling for the first time is really... Yeah, I'm gonna have to take some time to think on that one.
Okay.
Can you think?
Yes,
They might want to take you apart.
I'd
Oh.
love to see them try.
They got fancy magic stuff.
So do I. As he says that, his eyes glow a little bit brighter blue. You see some sparks coming out of the thing on his chest.
Oh, don't stress yourself. We don't want you to explode.
Katya is just like absolutely baffled and just continues to watch Sobek out of the corner of her eye.
And that's pretty much the case over the next hour or so. As you all take a short rest.
I picture him like Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Not quite. Wes sent me a picture that I'll use for his token later.
If you've ever played Horizon Zero Dawn, if you know what a snap maw is,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like that, but standing upright.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Those things are big.
Yeah,
Well,
the jaws and the jaws are
medium-sized.
retractable, as is the tail.
Yep, it's medium sized.
Fancy robo croc.
Maze comes up to Levi. It's like, I know we've gotten off onto the wrong foot, but I want you to know that it's all right. I understand that you were a little jumpy during the fight with the worm, and I forgive you for that one. But if you do it again, I will defend myself.
I just look at him kind of side-eyed and be like, "Yeah, you try it," and walk away.
Maze kind of shrugs their shoulders and continues to rest.
Katya doesn't understand why half of this is happening.
Can I get the hide off the Sphinx?
The Lamia?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Can't say it'll be good.
I would like to help him as I feel kinship because he's lizard-like.
Let's see. Do you have proficiency in survival?
Yes.
Then you, Meepo, roll with advantage.
Yay. $17.
So, Meepo, you've skinned animals before. Kobolds are smart enough to do that.
Flashback to our first introduction to Meepo.
Yep. The where you encounter a bit of a problem is when it shifts from a lion pelt to human skin. You know, the edge gets a bit rough there, and you're able to get the lion pelt off, but the human part it just comes away in strips and doesn't look very good, so it's not worth the saving.
Fair enough.
I'm kind of grossed out.
Meepo walking around with a skinned human head would probably be not good, so.
Maze also looks a little upset when you do that. Please be sure.
Why?
Please be sure to put that away.
What? Lion, it's a pelt.
It's gonna smell.
Nah.
If Gargoyle find us because you're dragging around pelt, it's like I'll kill you myself.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Very good.
All this.
Okay, so the hour has passed. You all have short rested. Meepo has the Lamia pelt. Guide says everyone except Sobek has loose-fitting clothing to obscure to make themselves cooler in the sun. Sobek is not so bothered by this.
Oh, yeah, I just wear a toga.
Yeah, remember we did say that if you're just wearing a toga, you are gonna have some heat problems.
I'll wear the pelt too then.
You're gonna have some sweating problems.
You're gonna wear the
Ow.
clothing that Katya bought you.
Fine.
You can wear it like a toga.
Fair enough.
I'm just picturing Key and Peele. Megan, your jacket. No.
Well, if we must move stealthily through the desert, I'm not sure I'm the most inconspicuous. Maybe I should wear the pelt and look like a pack animal.
I don't
look
think it's
like
big
I-
enough to fit you.
Yes, it would be, because Lamia is considered a large creature. And he is, by mechanical definitions, a medium creature.
But
Only if Guide says it's okay.
keep it.
Not prepared enough. It will smell.
Can gargoyles even smell?
Yes.
Can
They have
Sobek
carved
smell?
noses. Can Sobek smell? That is an interesting question.
I will find out, but as of right now, I will say yes because I have advantage with I have proficiency in perception.
Yep, I think that It's gonna say you can
Perceive
smell.
the stinky.
But how?
Magic.
Magic.
I'm very confused.
I'm gonna run up and let the dogs in. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone have a large blanket?
Blanket.
A blanket.
Don't think anyone here owns a blanket, do you?
Would I have a blanket
You
in
could.
my camping equipment?
I will check my inventory.
I hand it over to Guide.
He unfolds it as much as he can. It's like
I,
tries throwing it over Sobek. It kind of looks like a kid wearing a ghost costume.
I don't think you're gonna hide anything this big and long.
It's more important we obscure shape.
Mm.
Hold on. You see, Guide, now that you are all outside of the temple, like, camels will also be hard to hide. Do you want to keep camel, or should we have?
I
I'm
do not
pretty
need
sure.
camel.
What are you gonna do with the camel?
We could have extra rations.
Kebabs.
No. No.
Camel kebab.
We only have one camel left.
Oh, okay. If we keep camel, we increase risk. Just so you know.
I vote to eat the camel.
I don't.
If you are okay with increased risk, it is acceptable.
Can't we cover the camel with a blanket?
What if we skin the camel, then put over Sobek to make him look like a giant camel?
No.
It'd
Can
be
we set the
believable.
camel free?
But
Guide
ooh,
pauses. Guide pauses for a full minute. Yes.
But-
We'll set it free.
so wasteful.
Do I detect sarcasm?
No, very
Insight.
wasteful. No, it is wasteful.
9.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Boy, that hit every single part of my desk on the way down. He seems sincere that he will set it free.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna speak with animals.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to the camel, Logan.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to this camel and be like, okay, so, you know how we got here, right?
We walked.
Do you know how to get back to Ahmed?
Oh, I hate that guy.
Do you?
Yeah. He sold like my 6 sisters the other day. I haven't seen him.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes I'll run into them occasionally on caravans, but it's been a while. Freaky
Do
what
you
happened to
know
everybody else.
what was that?
You know, the other ones that were with us. That was I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, yeah, I wonder too.
Hmm.
Is there a place you would want to go if it wasn't with us?
I remember an oasis. I think it was in that
Do you know how to
direction.
get there?
It's like it turns its
Okay.
head to point south and east. I think it's that way.
Do I know if I'm gonna turn to Guide and ask him if there's an oasis in that direction?
It's the Shadow Sea. Place I said that be very dangerous for us.
Right. I look back at the camel. I'll be like, well, apparently we might not be able to stay with you anymore. Do you want to go there?
Why can't I stay?
Because there's an increased risk we all get eaten.
Oh,
Or you get eaten.
well,
Yeah, I don't
do I
think your
get
chance.
included? Like, where do I not get eaten is my question.
Wait! Levi has that spell to change shape.
Yeah.
Who's Levi? Says the camel.
I look at Levi. Would you be able to change his shape?
The camel's shape?
The camel's shape.
The it doesn't last for very long.
How long does it last?
It's somewhere. The longest I've ever played with it's been 45 minutes, but I think I might be able to hold it an hour.
How many times can you cast it?
Once a day.
You tried putting something big in a small container and ending it.
And what?
And ending the spell.
Oh, I see what you...
What happens?
It grows to the occupancy of the size of the box, but then no further.
So like if I turn a whale into a mouse and put it in like a crate.
Right.
So, well, is it crushed to death?
No, it just turns into a whale that can fit in a box, but as soon as the box is opened, it's a full-size whale.
This has
Wait,
many
that?
interesting implications. Many interesting implications.
Can we do that?
Could I make a whale bomb? Where you open the crate and it blows up with a whale in front of you?
This is an interesting series of thoughts, Meepo.
It is. Very interesting. Meeple, remember this.
I don't want the camel to die.
Wait, am I gonna die?
I don't want you to. I don't think you are.
I'm not. I don't want to die either. The camel
I
starts
don't
to
think-
freak out a little bit.
This is a very interesting conversation. Only hear one side of. Like the camel's just grunting, and you're just repeating, it's not gonna die.
And the rest of us are looking at Cat with our heads kind of cocked, going, "What the? What are you?"
So here's the thing. What's your name?
Do you think he understands us, Levi?
A butch.
I've got no idea.
Even though if we can't understand him.
So here's the thing, Butch. I don't think you have a very good track record staying with us. Do you know all the different things we fought recently? And I'm pretty sure you watched at least one of the other camels die with the giant worm.
The weird one that like turned into smoke and then he came back.
Oh, that's right. So
Roach,
I don't
Roach
think you.
chimes in. I'm still here.
That's right, Roach. You're doing a good job. I don't think you have a very good track record if you stay with us, Butch. You might be better off if you try to go to that oasis, because those other camels kind of got stolen and eaten.
Eaten?
Right? I look at Guide.
Guide nods his head. Because Guide can hear one part of the conversation.
Are we eating this thing or not?
No!
We're
So,
eating the
Butch,
camel.
I think you might be better
mean,
off. if
What better
you
use do
go-
you have?
I think you'll be better off if you go to that oasis.
Alright, animal
We could
handling
make him
check.
small and then put him inside the bag of holding.
He'll die.
What was that, Logan?
Yeah, he would die. He would suffocate, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you would.
What if we
Animal
turned him something
handling check.
inanimate?
I don't know.
That's
if we
true
can do that.
polymorph.
Oh,
That's a level 9 spell.
can you do those, Levi?
Not quite.
No.
Logan, what did you
Animal-
tell me to do?
Animal handling.
Okay.
I would like to
Thank
help
you.
her with this. No, I don't need to. Never mind.
Can you handle animals so well?
I can. I'm very proficient at it.
Yeah.
What
It's a
an
scene-
interesting proficiency to have.
It's a scene out of SpongeBob. It's like, go on, get out of here, you dumb animal.
You're bigger than the camel.
The camel turns and flees, walking that weird way the camels do.
You're wasting
I
perfectly
make
good
sure we have everything off of the camel
Of
before
course.
this happens.
Of course.
meat. You know you're just feeding gargoyles, right?
Gosh.
You're like feeding the dragon or the gargoyle.
His name
Or-
is
or-
Butch, and he's
Or
gold.
maybe it'll feed the jackal where jackal wears. That ate the
Or
other one.
maybe you should just feed us.
Yeah, it could have.
You see Guide licking his chops as the camel continues off.
Oh, guide, stop it.
Do
It's
not.
not.
What's-
He does. The camel doesn't have eggs inside.
I mean-
I like meat too.
What's the best way to prepare camel?
Purify
Mm,
food
You
and water.
guys stop it right now.
Roast
That
Those-
it.
camel's
they're
name is Butch.
Butch. You gave it the name Butch. Interesting.
No, that's his name.
As in butcher?
He told me his name is Butch.
I mean, you know, we can roast it above a firebolt.
No,
that
he
won't work.
did us.
You need to get some spices with it and cook it slow in a pit.
You guys
Tasty.
make me sad.
What?
I mean, you're the one feeding the local wildlife instead of us. So
I'm just gonna go hang out with Sobek.
Sobek, you ever
Moose.
eat a camel?
I don't eat.
Oh, what a sad life.
I'm sure I could try though.
You have a stomach.
I go hang out. I just look aghast at Sobek.
You even have a stomach?
I don't know.
Like, could you swallow things?
I'm just imagining
not
like
sure.
a
I've never tried.
literal meat grinder,
Uh,
like bones and all. That'd be
I-
horrific.
I know I have plenty of teeth.
Huh. So if I put, is there like a hole in the back of your throat that goes down into you?
I don't know. I've never seen in the back of my throat.
That's
Huh.
that's a really good point.
Have you seen in the back of your throat?
Anyway,
Do you know what eating is then?
Yes, I have 9 intelligence.
Oh. So like,
Oh, no, it's 8.
try
maybe
to
I
eat a rock. Where does it go?
Oh, you're smarter than me.
Ah,
I've
I
never
am
needed to
sick.
eat, and I don't see the reason why I would.
just
My
to
job is
see
to
if you
fight.
could.
I didn't realize I was so dumb.
Sobek picks up a rock and bites it clean in half. It's turned it to
No,
sand.
no, take the
Yeah.
rock inside of you, through your mouth.
well,
you do
let-
that.
can we figure this out when we're not wasting midday sun?
I thought we were gonna.
Yes.
rest
Lead the way, guide.
Oh, I
Okay.
think it's too late for us to go. We should just stay here for the night.
No, guide told us we need to go while the sun is up and high.
Yeah, we'll just wait till the next time the sun is up and high.
No.
Can I? It's like you see, Guide. He picks up a loose stone, and he's working it in his hand. He pulls out that metal cracker that you saw him plunge into the worm before, and he starts to tap, breaking the rock into smaller pieces until he gets a fine powder. And then he spreads it onto his hand. You see him talks softly into it before he throws it into the air. As he throws it into the air, the sand seems to multiply and expand, encompassing everything within 30 feet of himself in a very mild sandstorm. You guys are now under the effect of Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Is Guy the ranger?
You could say that.
I've
I
had
can
some
guess
friends
what
who
his
are
favorite terrain is.
Well, I love the desert.
Damn, I thought his favorite terrain was forests.
There are forests around the desert. I need to know how to operate in them too.
Uh-huh.
Follow me. Step
Oh.
like I do. So, and you see him, he's like, when there's no chance for cover, you see the way he's typically moving is he tries to stick to the lower side of the dunes and stone. So that way, the sky is partially obscured from him. And when there is stone, he always tries to stick to the shadows as much as he can, as little as they are with the high sun. Now I need everybody to roll a stealth check with plus 10.
Oh boy. See how silly high we can get.
25.
All right, do Warforged make extra noise for stealth checks? I know that's the case for heavy armor, which is why I'm asking.
Not as far as I can see.
Okay.
This stealth check to be silent or to hide or
This is a general stealth check. As you guys are
39.
traveling.
17.
Dang.
30.
Levi? 30.
I've never made a skill check that high before.
Let's see.
I am literally invisible.
Figuratively. You can also be
I don't know. At
literally.
a 39, I might be a literal at this point.
Yeah. Now, Meepo, what the way that you're getting that extra oomph over everybody else is that you are stepping inside their tracks. So that way no one can actually see that if they were to quote unquote track you, they wouldn't know that you're in the group.
Can I just do that by riding Sobek?
You could, but Sobek has to agree.
I don't think he would mind.
Ask
He
him.
doesn't get tired. Sobek, my steed, I must mount you.
As you wish, little lizard.
Yes.
He lifts him up onto his shoulder.
And what he truly meant when he said, "As you wish," was, "I love you."
What?
Sorry,
I'm
I had
unfamiliar
a
with the concept of love.
Princess
I know
Bride.
only duty.
Sorry, I can't
Oh.
think of it, or I cannot think of it when anyone says "as you wish."
The kobold and the giant robot is a weird shipping pairing, but okay.
I've heard of worse.
That's a big size difference.
There's
So,
Club.
yep. So, your day of travel is. Oh wait, I gotta roll for Maze. Maze did pretty good, around a 30.
I'm sure I did the worst.
I don't know what Click's is, but you may be tied with Click because Click rolled a 5, so he got a 17.
Oh, that's what I got.
Only a 17.
I have
You're
+0, and I'm lucky that my disadvantage just canceled out.
how's it canceled?
I have boots
Oh,
of
your
Elven.
cloak. Right, your boots. Never mind.
Yep.
It is a uneventful day, but it is exhausting. You do not cover much ground while trying to move carefully.
Because somebody sent the camel away.
Yeah.
I was
And
told to stop.
Perfectly good kebab beat. Just walking away from us. Only to feed some jackal wares or something.
by the time that you all stop at night, it is a rocky cove that guide leads you all under. The stars are clear and bright on this night. Let's see. He also had to keep casting Pass Without Trace. That's all he's got. So he is tapped out for those. This will make good campsite.
Okay.
Let us. No fires. No lights. It will
Oh.
be a cold day at night. If you seek if you seek warmth, dig a hole.
Oh.
Fine enough.
Okay.
So you get to learn
Is it
what
possible
sand
to-
lice are.
Is it possible to dig a hole
What'd you
for
say?
the tent?
You can set up a tent under the cove,
I will do
but
that.
no fires.
No fires.
Is there like, are there like any movable rocks nearby that I could put in front of the cove to block it off?
Oh yeah, you could easily. Um, it would kind of seal you in from the outside. Uh, just make a general strength check. So if you fail, it's pretty bad. You're gonna drop the rock.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. It's a bit louder than everyone would have liked, but as the rocks are piled in front of the entranceway, you guys feel closed in. The faint light that you have comes from Sobek's eyes.
Okay.
Hope no one heard that. But get rest. I am exhausted. We should be 2 days from Asmarat.
That's pretty good.
It would have been 1 day, but did not wish to risk.
Devil.
Fair enough.
R.I.P. No camel. Even though this guy's bigger than a camel.
Well, you didn't need the camel. I'd argue you did need the robot.
Eh. I mean, I'll take the robot over the camel.
Thank you.
Anytime.
So I do have to go into an inert state instead of sleeping, but I can still see and hear as normal. I think it's like
Sleep
how
mode.
elves do their trance thing.
Have I ever hung out with elves?
You've seen an elf here and there. Maze is a half elf like yourself.
As you get the slow blinking light, like when a PC goes to sleep mode.
Oh, and it just goes back and forth between his two eyes. Dink, dink, so you know
Soft,
he's like,
just soft blink.
And it's yellow instead of blue.
Yes.
yeah.
So as Sobek is sort of going into this mode, you see his claws are retracted, his tail goes back up into the pack on his back, and his what seems to be a muzzle seems to shrink back into a face, and it sort of looks more humanoid when that happens.
Yeah,
So he's the
still a
Transformer.
giant metal humanoid, but a humanoid.
Wild.
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
I'll
Oh,
take
wow.
first watch.
Why watch while we have the robot?
I don't understand how it works.
It just does.
Sorry.
No need to understand. It just does.
Maze chimes in. Maze talks. So Katya, they're kind of whispering to you.
What's up?
Where exactly are you from?
A small place called Daggerford.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know that place. I was paying attention to the tournament because whoever came out of it was gonna be the one leading me through this.
That makes sense.
Did you encounter any other half elves there? I've kind of traveled around a lot, and when it comes to finding other half elves, it's like they're either part of the spine or not part of the spine.
Bjorn was a half elf, right, Logan? Or was Bjorn?
Bjorn?
What was that?
Yeah, Bjorn was a half elf.
Okay, I couldn't remember if he was a half elf or an elf.
Yeah.
I made a friend there called. His name was Bjorn. He's a half elf.
Okay.
Are you from the spine?
I traveled around a lot. I spent some time in the spine. That's who taught me how to fight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I learned to fight in the army.
I could tell. Yeah, I've traveled around a lot, had a lot of teachers. There were the strict ones up in the spine that taught me blade dancing, and then I had some musical teachers, and then I ended up in the White Spire. And now I'm here.
Do you like the White Spire?
Oh yeah, I mean they can follow the rules a bit too much. I think that's why one of the professors left.
Yeah,
The
I mean that's
Arcanum for necromancy.
what?
Oh yeah, they used to study necromancy at the White Spire, but the head Arcanum ran into the council, and it's like I wasn't there, so I don't know the real details. But the head Arcanum got into an argument with the Arcanum of necromancy, and the necromancy Arcanum took a leave of absence. It hasn't been seen since. Their position's still technically theirs, but we haven't seen them in a while.
This feels troubling.
How so?
I don't know. Should anybody even be messing with necromancy?
If you heard them talk about it, they would say it's a necessary part of education. It's like it's why we're out here.
It is?
It's like we got to put no. I mean, well, wait, back up. Pushing the boundaries of knowledge is why we're out here.
Ah. It feels
So,
like
This is just between Cat and Maze, right?
it's
Yep.
it's not an entirely quiet conversation. But like it is a conversation between the two of them. Anyone could hear this if they really wanted to.
Well, given Levi's statue with Maze, I'm not anywhere near.
Okay. Yeah, we're pushing understanding of magics and stuff. Like Sobek over there, I have never seen one in a complete form before. The fact that he's moving is amazing.
So, like, you've heard of Sobex before?
Not of Sobek specifically, but it doesn't surprise me. It's like people beyond the border forest, like they've been experimenting with all that kind of stuff. It was why I was a little excited to see the turtle with his cannon. It's like that looked like it kind of reminded me of what Sobek is. But you know, he didn't win, so he didn't get to come.
So it doesn't scare you with so much of it feeling unnatural?
What? They kind of turn their head. I don't understand. What do you mean?
I don't know, like, no, it's hard. It's hard. It's like necromancy and moving metal. It
I
just,
mean, I don't study that stuff myself, but if we don't, then well, if we don't do it in a controlled environment, someone else is going to learn about it, and they may be up to some bad stuff.
but what if studying it helps them do that bad stuff?
Well, then everyone's going to know that they're studying it, and therefore, you know, it's better to for everyone to have knowledge, and then for certain someone to abuse their knowledge.
Katya nods. Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, I don't like these rations.
It's what was for sale.
Well, I'm gonna
Just make food and water.
Well, that's
Actually,
I still appreciate y'all coming along. I am paying you, but think about it. Your names will go down in history with amazing discovery.
Just like Rudolph.
do I remember other people who made amazing discoveries?
Roll history. Would Katya know?
I feel
Possibly not.
I feel a little broken right now with these history rolls because technically I have a -2, but I rolled a nat 20 again,
Nice.
so 18.
Oh yeah, your mind is filled with of certain great paladins for Lathander, for example. You know all about them. That's
Cool,
mainly
cool,
who immediately comes to mind when you say people that have made great discoveries.
cool. Okay, all right, I can get behind that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
That
It has
makes
been
sense.
an exhausting trip. I'm not looking forward to the walk back.
That also makes sense.
Okay. Let's see what happens on watch. Sobek, you are in sentry mode, correct? Which means you are observant but unmoving.
Yes.
Uh, in the wee hours of the morning, you hear a faint scratching on the rock outside, but then it goes away.
All right. Well, I don't stir anyone, but I am aware of that.
Yes. And morning comes. Everyone has long rested.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, so you are still in this tiny alcove with the rocks blocking your door.
Well, let's
I
hurry up and get
will-
to the city so we can be done with this and then we can get out of here.
I'll start moving the rocks.
Like an athletics check.
13.
Okay, you moved. Oh, last time I said a strength, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay. 6 one way, half dozen the other. You move the rocks this time, but it is a little bit louder because as you're pushing the rocks out of the way, they kind of roll a bit further and they kind of echo along the sounding rocks. They're a bit louder than they were before. Guide, every time they hit on something else, you see them flinch slightly. That's a great omen.
So you could have helped me.
You had it. You all step outside of the alcove. It is another clear skies, bright, sunny day. Can I get a D6, a D20, and a D4 from people?
Mm,
We each need to
I'll
make
do
each
that.
roll.
One person rolls a D6, someone else
There's your
rolls
D6. A 4.
a 4. Okay.
I'll do a 20. A 16.
All right.
And a D4.
1.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
It continues to be a clear skied day, but for those of you that bother to look up, you see a vulture flying high in the sky above you.
It's a friend.
Guide picks up a rock, crushes it down to powder again, and does pass without trace, leading you to begin to leading you out of this rocky area.
Relative of yours, Click?
No, Meepo.
Oh,
You don't. Not all birds are related.
my mistake.
That really is rude, Click. No, not Click, Meepo. Sorry.
No, I understood what you were saying, Katya.
I don't know. I just know they could caw and they lay eggs.
Guide licks his chops. He pulls out one of the last few eggs in his pouch. I have to go back to rations. On way back to city. I'll see if I can find a few egg nests. Excuse me. Gosh, I don't know why I'm so gassy.
Must have been a good egg.
This way. Now I need dexterity stealth rolls from everybody with plus 10.
Ooh,
14.
21.
17.
Okay.
38.
Alright, rolling for Click. You got a nat 1.
Oh,
Logan just
Eh.
thought yesterday was too boring.
And that was Maze. They got a 23. So let's tally up the numbers here.
Sorry.
You're good. Follow me. Guide leads you out of this rocky clone, and it's fairly easy going for the first few hours. He has to recast his pass without trace for a bit. Uh, in the midday sun, it is unbearably hot. All of you that care about extreme temperatures are sweating profusely, drinking from your water skins. Um, Meepo, you are wearing bare feet, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
But I am also right on Sobek.
right. For those of you that are immediately following behind Guide, you see him pause and begin to like pick up his feet a little bit quickly. It's like, oh no, I got a little lost. As
Lost.
he drops the pass without trace. Out in front of you, for a good few miles, is a bare, flat expanse. There's a gentle breeze blowing over the area, and twinkling glass shards cover the whole ground in a beautiful light. We are on the Tars Looking Glass.
What's that?
It's beautiful.
Yes, you see all frames of colors as the different silicas in the sand have turned to reds, blues, greens, yellows, all different types of glass.
Neat.
I
Shiny.
wanted to go around, but I guess
I'm. We can still turn back and go around.
uh, that's a bit of backtracking.
The alternative is walking through glass.
It's not too bad with shoes.
Well,
Does
Sobek won't mind.
Does anyone have a spare?
Uh,
Uh,
I don't wear shoes, so no.
I would have my vestry shoes.
May I
My preaching
borrow
shoes.
one?
Yeah.
May I borrow them? Thank you.
I was gonna say, just borrow one shoe.
Yes, you must hop.
I need 2 shoes. I am bipedal. Good thing we don't have camel.
Hmm.
Could have hate it.
Oh, yeah, this would hurt the camel.
Yes.
Hmm.
Perhaps we get lucky and gargoyles not see us on this.
Well, probably not, but
Who gave Guide the shoes?
I did.
Either way. Okay. He
Yeah.
slips them on over his reptilian feet. They are not a good fit. It's like he. May I cut the toes?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's like he pulls them on all the way and just kind of pop, pop. It's like he wiggles his 3 little digits.
You can keep those.
I feel bad. I will repair when we get back to town. Are you opposed to animal skins?
No.
Meat is bad, but skin is okay.
Katya says it sadly.
All right. He picks up his tail, kind of holds it to his chest. Now, us cutting straight line will save us time. But be careful after nightfall. Don't follow the lights. The spirits are very strong here. The Dean's magic keeps them away from here. But when she is gone, replaced by Selûne, they come to life.
What happens if you follow the lights?
Typically not heard from again.
Interesting.
Now, we could turn around if that scares you.
Yeah, we can. We can go home.
Well, I said we could walk around.
Yes, we go around.
I mean, we'll go through if you want. I mean, not like I gotta walk on it, but you're the guide. Do guide.
Do you want to go fast or do you want to go around?
I look at Maze.
Maze looks at you all.
It's the guy's choice.
I'm fine with fast.
Yeah, looks like we have decision. If we move quickly and not stealthily, we'll be across before nightfall. But we risk gargoyle.
Oh.
Well, any gargoyle's
can
gonna be
swim in.
better than a dragon.
But gargoyle bring dragon is problem.
Not if not if we kill it.
True. Guide is clearly not comfortable with that idea. Emerith, that might make her mad.
Not if she don't find out about it.
We're
Guides
just gonna try not to notice the gargoyles.
Well, if we
There's-
find a way into the city and Emerith can't get in, then it shouldn't be a problem.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Worm parts.
It'll
Okay,
be fine, little lizard. And I pat him on the back.
he kind of gets stumbled forward because you are definitely much taller and stronger than him. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna die. It's like he starts walking, holding his tail above the glass.
Does he think we should go around?
It's a opportunity cost kind of thing. The more time you spend out in the desert, more likely you are to be exposed. Etc. So forth. If you go fast, there's less opportunity to get caught.
Okay.
I will take his judgment on which one would be better.
He's listening to you guys.
The guide is not guiding.
The NPC will not make decisions for the party.
We paid him to, though.
It's true.
I don't know no
Don't worry,
desert.
I made a decision already.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's do that decision.
Okay, so I need one more stealth roll from everybody across a TARS looking glass. You do not get the +10 because Guide is holding his tail to stay above the glass, and the glass is absolutely beautiful. It's reflecting in amazing ways off of the sun, but it can be a little blinding. Um, the best way that you guys get to look at it is if you hold your hand flat out amongst the glass, it reflects in interesting patterns onto your hand. Versus if you look directly into the glass, your eyes kind of hurt.
Can Click give me guidance?
Guidance. Click is flying, by the way. He also does not wear shoes, but he's just gonna fly.
Is guidance a +4?
Yep.
Like, it's a D4, right? Or just.
D4.
Sorry,
So we
I
got
asked it weird.
Did everyone get that?
I see a 6 from Sobek.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just me, and it's a 6 for me as well.
Oh boy.
Y'all are bad at this.
All right. What's
I
Meatbows?
made a poor decision.
21.
What's Levi's?
12.
Ooh.
I made a poor decision.
Can someone roll for Click? I'm pretty sure he has a +2.
19.
Okay. And lastly, Maze and Guide. I'll roll for. Nope, not good. That was a 3,
I
and
can't
that was
do pass without trace at all.
not while he's holding his tail. He has to maintain concentration on it and walking across this glass. Wait,
I understand.
yeah. Absolutely beautiful though. So,
I apologize for the trains.
no, you're fine. You can't control that.
I wish I could.
Why did you live this close to a train track?
Listen,
Mm.
I don't even
That's-
pay $1,500 a month, and that's
Jeez.
amazing for this area.
And
Fair
don't you
enough.
take the train home?
I do take the train home.
I mean, like, yeah, you're gonna live next to a train if you're taking the train home.
Yeah, could
So-
I have been farther away from the street with the track? Probably. But when we visited, the train didn't go by because pandemic.
Mm.
We did not know. Is what this boils down to.
Somebody has a very aggressive squeaker.
So through your travels across this beautiful glass, crunching underneath your feet, not only is there one vulture, but there appears to be 2 more specks in the sky. But these specks appear to be small at first, like slowly getting larger. They're not that big. They're humanoid in size. They're approaching from the sun, so it's hard to get an actual decent look until they are very close, possibly a few hundred feet above you. You see 2 winged creatures silhouetted against the bright light. Short, squat bodies with large, broad wings. Their heads have 2 little protruding horns on them, and their arms are thick like a gorilla's, as well as their back legs being short. They continue to descend lower and lower towards the party.
Like, why don't you go say hello?
No.
They're your friends, right?
Meepo, I'm not in the mood.
Okay.
The creatures get closer and closer. They are, in fact, gargoyles. Son
Did
of
we
a-
decide earlier on if we were attacking gargoyles or not?
They
Uh,
need to be
good-
Going to
attacked
attack us, so
Guide has said that you can pass through Emerald's territory if you pay the toll, pretty much. So that's why he said to keep 500 gold on you.
Right.
So you could attack them right now, or
No.
they are
We have the 500 gold.
100 feet away from you.
I'm gonna yell out and say, "What are we doing?" And I'm going to
Not
ready.
attacking.
And I'm
hey,
gonna
we're walking here.
I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast.
Why?
I'm
We're
waiting to
walking
hear
here.
somebody say something.
Literally, we have
There.
a contingency plan for this.
Hey, we're not being attacked yet, so
They are 50 feet away.
they could
I
be
look
friendly.
at Guide.
Guide is like, shit. He sees Levi raising his hand to attack, and he holds out his hand. Talk them down. Try to not reveal where we're going.
Okay, should I wave?
We've been spotted.
I wave.
And I'll make a snide comment. You gonna offer them tea too?
You know what? If it makes them go away, then yes.
That is an inside joke, Wes. There was a fire giant that we were trying to talk our way out of a combat with, and Katya offered him tea.
And it worked.
It had worked before you offered him tea. You just made him stay longer.
It worked. Sometimes hospitality and niceness goes a long way.
The one of the gargoyles lands in front of you, 20 feet away from the party. The other lands on the opposite side and begins to circle, crawling around on his using his front arms to support himself, crawling like a gorilla.
I shall ride him into battle.
I don't like that. Oh. Hello? I look at Guide.
It sounds like rocks on rocks.
They don't
Rocks.
speak gargoyle?
Hold on. Oh shoot.
Languages do I speak? I don't even know what languages I speak right now.
I speak Sylvan.
Oh, here it is.
Click speaks up,
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
but he is also making grinding sounds. There's so no one here speaks Terran, right?
No.
No. No one else has tongues, right?
No. Does Levi?
What language did you say it was?
I have
Tongues.
comprehend languages,
That would allow you to do it.
but I'm still waiting to hear somebody.
Speak? You mean the language they're speaking right now that we don't understand?
So we're trying to communicate
Probably
with
not
them.
friendly.
Yeah. Click is right now conversing with them.
Okay. then I'll just wait and I'll pull back the Eldritch Blast a little bit, but I'm ready to cast it.
It's like there's a lot of that back and forth. Can someone roll a d20 for me?
Who wants it?
18.
18.
Sorry, this is the weirdest thing I've ever RP'd.
Listening to Logan to grunt and whatever noise that is to himself.
I'm grunting back and forth to myself.
Yes.
It seems that the two gargoyles are laughing at whatever Click said. Click is as resolute as he can appear to be. He fluffs out his wings to appear bigger. All right. Make another.
Think it'll work?
What?
I don't think it'll work. Talk to the rest of the people in the party while he's doing this.
It's gonna work.
Oh, shoot. Click touches Katya on the shoulder. It's like, pay them.
I hand over the 500 gold.
You just fight them. There's only like one or two.
It is handed over.
Click's got it in his hand. And back and forth. Make another d20 roll.
Who wants it? Okay.
4.
Oh, shit.
Wait.
Ooh, D20 rolls.
Oh, man.
Logan,
What?
don't be aw man and me.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I should have let y'all be the NP or play Click for this moment, but with the way that the dice are telling a story.
Okay.
You see Click drop the bag of money, and he is going to cast.
Run.
Hold on. Click is level 10, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Can someone roll one last d20 for me?
4.
Can you stop rolling fours, please?
4.
Like, you're
4.
blending in really well right now with the party, but like...
4.
The dice are telling a story.
I'm gonna get an actual dice. I don't trust the RNG.
It's been good to me so far.
In front of you, a vertical column of divine fire roars from the heavens down upon the gargoyle. The creature is encased in a 10-foot radius column of brilliant flame.
Levi looks
After
up.
that moment,
Do we know what? Does he see what caused this?
it is clear that it was Click.
Click did
in
the flame.
Click did the flame.
Oh god, he's on fire.
When the flame dissipates, you see the gargoyle, charred and ashen, collapse into a pile of rubble.
What about the other gargoyle?
The other gargoyle, which has been circling you, attempts to flee.
Okay, I will then fling that Eldritch Blast at it.
All right, make an attack roll.
19.
That is a hit.
Since it's Eldritch Blast, do you need 2 of them? Or does it matter?
If you got attack
Yes,
roll.
go ahead and do 2 of them.
Well, that's a natural 20 for a 28.
The natural 20 does hit. You get to roll 3d10 total.
Okay, here's 2 of them. 2 of them, so 19. What did that? Something's up with that. 19 plus 14. 33?
You blow the left arm and leg of this gargoyle off while in the air. It falters as it's trying to flap away, but it regains its composure. It's going to continue to try to flee. Is everyone else going to join in? Because if not, Click's got something else.
I don't have anything to do.
I don't know if I can attack from a distance.
I will
I
just
have
watch.
no range weapons.
Okay.
I will just watch from his shoulder.
You, with a giant puff of his wings, Click takes off.
Cool.
He is chasing the creature. It appears that the gargoyle is slightly faster than him, but once he gets within range, can someone roll one last d20 for me?
Oh boy.
Alright,
Is it
here
gonna
we
be a
go.
4?
Maiden roll of this dice. Let's see what we get. That is a 9.
Okay.
You're doing
You-
great tonight, buddy.
Not a 4.
Better than a 4.
Maybe. I
The
don't know what we're rolling.
gargoyle vanishes from existence.
Huh.
Did Click just banish the gargoyle?
It looks like Click has a extreme look of concentration on his face.
That's a yes.
Where
Yeah.
did you send that thing, Click?
To the plane of Earth.
So if you can banish things back to their plane, why don't you just banish yourself if you wanted to go back?
Oh.
I'm not sure that would work, but maybe we can try that. I don't want to abandon you all.
Huh. Oop.
Guide says we should get out of here.
Yep, follow guide.
Yep. Guide
Pick
is
up the
no
bag
longer.
of gold.
Yep. Guide holding his tail is just running in a certain direction.
Do we see the city in the distance by now?
After another hour or so of quickly traveling, you see what looks to be like an unmoving cloud of sand. That is the city. I'm not sure how you'll get in, but we probably should figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure we'll just
We
knock.
look at Maze.
Maze taps their bag. I'll show you guys when we get there.
Oh, okay.
A few hours more. Guide, very stressed out, keeps going. You approach that wall of moving sand gets larger and larger until it occupies much of your vision forward. It's like, all right, we are here. How do we get in? Please hurry. It's like, hold on, I've got this. You see Maze, they reach into their bag, They pull out this scroll that is written on with gold letters and has the undeniable mark of a waxed seal of the White Spire. It's like, it took us a long time to figure this out. That's why we haven't done it before. She opens it up, unrolls it, and begins to say arcane words. You see, as they are reading in a language that Levi understands some of.
I
Hmm.
am?
Oh, I was
Sorry.
wondering who you. No, I was wondering who you were talking to.
The cat.
You see a doorway that appears in the sand wall, and then on the other side, it is on the other side of the door. It appears to be a dark expanse. You can see the rough shapes of buildings, but not much else. Quickly step through. Everyone, including guide, steps through
Mm-hmm.
if they wish,
Yep.
I don't want to stay out here.
and the
Nope,
door
yes, guys.
closes behind. Uh, Looking around now, it is near pitch darkness. You look up towards the sky, you see whirling, moving sand above you. It little splotches of light peek through occasionally as the sand continues to swirl and swirl and swirl around you all. Uh, it is oddly quiet for being inside of this sandstorm when outside of it had been the roar of sand on sand, but and here there's the deafening silence that surrounds you.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't want to go any further. I will stay right here. You all can find me when you come back. I'm going to go hide now. Oh shit.
I'm glad he has a retirement plan.
Should we go with him?
No, no, no.
No. No.
Look, you see that building over there. Let's I'll stay there.
Okay, if we find any eggs, you're not getting them though.
That's okay.
Wow.
It's,
Wow.
I've still got my retirement, and looking around, he says, "I don't think anything's alive in here, anyways."
Well, hopefully not. Wouldn't be surprised though.
Yes, and as your eyes continue to adjust to the light, you're on a road that continues on deeper into the covered dome. You see buildings of various shapes and sizes. A lot of them earthwork. Some of them appear to be made of cut stone. What you're noticing a distinct lack of is a use of wood and lumber. Uh, for you, Sobek,
Mhm.
there's a slight buzz of familiarity, but it's kind of like seeing a picture. It's kind of like seeing a picture of a place in Paris. It's like you've seen it, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like you've actually been there.
This is no longer my home. This is something different. This magic has besmirched it, tainted it.
Okay. Yes. This is. I think that's. You just go figure this out. Come back quickly, then we leave. Hopefully, Emerith doesn't learn that two of her scouts died. How do we? Mm.
You're safe here, little lizard.
For now.
I'm sorry.
Maze gives Click a look. Tries to figure, like, you can tell that they're trying to understand what happened, but Click hasn't said a word. The
thing
dice
is,
tell
I
a
think this
story.
is very in character.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't try to go off character when someone's not here. The dice definitely told a story here.
Is this the dawn of edgy click now?
Could be.
Is he gonna like curl? Is he gonna like comb over his feathers into an edgy hairdo?
Bully McGuire, Bully Click.
Yes. What are you gonna do about it?
So I think that is an excellent point for us to call it for tonight. You guys are now inside the sandstorm enclosed city of Azmarat.